Hey guys, and welcome on into the first episode of the Bet Zone, where I, Terry Edelman, will go over the NFL slate, giving out everything, some sides, totals, lots of player props, some parlays. We'll go through a little bit of everything in the NFL slate. I have quite a few plays that I'm going to give out here for week one. So we will, of course, do that. The time of the show, obviously, it is 6 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night. I intend on doing it on this time each week, depending on when player props are available. Might have to do Thursdays. So to be determined overall when the show is going to be on uh, other weeks. But this week, 6 p.m. Eastern, and we are ready to go. So before we start, everyone new, please hit the subscribe button, like the video. I appreciate all the support, guys. If you like the content, if I give you some winners, please make sure to like and subscribe. Going right to Thursday night. Thursday night football, the first game of the season. I have a pick for Thursday night and as well for the Friday game in Brazil. I have a pick for that as well. But here, Thursday night football, Chiefs and the Ravens opening it up here. What a great game to start the season off. Ravens against Chiefs. Lamar Jackson against Patrick Mahomes. Two great quarterbacks. Running backs, Derrick Henry making his debut for the Ravens. Isaiah Pacheco hoping to follow up a great season last year. Of course, lots of talent on the wide receiver core for both teams. But my play that I'm giving out here for Thursday night is Isaiah Pacheco, anytime touchdown, plus 105. He had a touchdown in three of his last four. In his last four regular season games, he had a touchdown, and three of the four playoff games for the Chiefs, Pacheco had a touchdown. Uh, I like a lot of running backs to get touchdowns here in week one, and Pacheco is one of them. He did get one of the only two touchdowns against the Ravens in the championship game, and he was able to get one of them. So I like him to start the season off with a touchdown. Hello to you too, Isex. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live show, so it's been a while. Thursday night football. Yes, everyone on Pacheco. Really, really. Well, running backs, running backs, and touchdowns for week one. That's what I'm thinking. Patty Mahomes, anytime touchdown is very possible and tempting. He does run. He does run. So obviously, Lamar Jackson runs as well. Um, and it's very possible that Mahomes sees Lamar running around the field, and Mahomes wants to show everyone that he can run as well, because he definitely can. Looking at last year's stats, Lamar Jackson averaged 51 rushing yards per game, Mahomes 24. So Mahomes only half of what Lamar ran, but still 24 yards a game for Mahomes is a pretty good average for a quarterback last season. Moving on to Friday night football, which isn't really a thing, but we are having a Friday night game this year, which will be in Brazil, which is something different, of course, to keep in mind. Green Bay against the Philadelphia Eagles here. Uh, Jordan Love, a quarterback for the Packers. Jalen Hurts, a quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Running back Saquon Barkley coming over to Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs for the Packers. AJ Dillon as well for the Packers. Um, of course, Jalen Hurts is another quarterback that likes to run. 35.6 rushing yards per game last year. Hurts had 15 total rushing touchdowns, and 11 of the 17 games he played in last year, he had a touchdown. So Jalen Hurts loves to run in for touchdowns. and I like him to get one here at plus 110. It's a great price for him to find the end zone. So that is my only play actually for the Friday night game. When it comes to side or total, I do have total coming, and I have a parlay at the end of the show. For week one, I'm very low on sides and totals. Um, but I'll discuss a little bit more about all my plays there at the end of the show. Speaking about sides and totals, here's my first one. Or I'll go to the chat here and see what's going on here. Timothy, the Wild Show is great. I placed my future bet on goal Eriksson Ek over 27.5 goals. Thanks, Timothy. Yeah, I love it. I love Eriksson Ek. And of course, that's a great to mention. The NHL season preview shows on the channel have already been airing. I've already aired 4 of them, one every day until October 2nd. So a lot of NHL preview shows, a lot of great guests I had join me on a lot of the different shows. So make sure to tune into those. Um, Packers win. And you know what? I don't have a side in that game. Packers and Eagles. That's just one where I honestly think either team could win. I could see either team winning by a field goal. I could see a really close game. I could see someone winning by 10. Um, I, I I just don't really have a good feeling for that game when it comes to who's going to win, but I do like Hurts to get a touchdown. Heading into Sunday, Houston and Indianapolis here. I like the over, 48 and a half. This Houston Astros team, or Houston Astros. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about baseball. I'm going to do that because soon we're going to have 3 different. Luckily, there's no Houston hockey team, but soon we're going to have 3 different sports. When hockey starts, and I'll be mixing up teams. But Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. C.J. Stroud, a quarterback for the Texans, hoping to have another great season, and really I could see him improving from last year. Joe Mixon at running back for the Texans, so they're going to have a good run game. Joe Mixon a dual threat, so he can run, of course, but he can receive as well. Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, um, Robert Woods as well. The Houston Texans have a lot of dangerous receivers, tight ends, dangerous weapons for CJ Stroud to throw to. So I like Houston to score, but I also like Indianapolis to score here. The Indianapolis Colts, if they're going to stick in this game and have a chance to compete in this game, they're going to have to score points as well. Anthony Richardson, um, he was 34 rushing yards last year per game. So he can definitely run. Jonathan Taylor, healthy to start the season for the Colts. That's huge. They have some guys as well. Michael Pittman Jr. was pretty good last year for the Colts. They've got a rookie, Adonai Mitchell. They have some talent as well. So I like high scoring game over 48 and a half between the Texans and the Colts in week one when it comes to the total. Texans win by a field goal, and I could definitely see that. I would lean with the Texans as well. Could be a good parlay piece, but I went with the over here. I like points. Points. Houston's going to be a good over team. Defense has question marks, but that offense is going to be scary, scary good. Anthony Richardson is also a good look at anytime touchdown. All right. Yeah, he does like to rush as well. Yeah, he had 1 touchdown per game for the games that he played in last year. He averaged 1 touchdown a game. So, yeah, he's a good play for a rushing touchdown. Speaking of touchdowns in this game, because I don't just have one play in this game, I'm giving out all my plays in this game. Jonathan Taylor, I spoke about him briefly here. Anytime touchdown plus 100 for him to get a touchdown. I think it should be like minus 130, minus 140 for him. Let me go to it here. He had a touchdown in 7 of the 10 games he played last season. And of course, he had injuries that he dealt with. So overall, um, looking for a big season from him for the Colts. Going to the Houston Texans. And no, I didn't choose Stephon Diggs for the Texans. I went with the guys that were here last year, the guys that Stroud already has good chemistry with, and two guys here that are at very, very nice prices for anytime touchdown. Nico Collins plus 175 and Tank Dell plus 275. Uh, Nico Collins had a touchdown in 7 of the 15 games he played in last year. Tank Dell had a touchdown in 6 of the 10 games he played last year. So both guys were able to get touchdowns last year. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. The Indianapolis Colts defense is nothing to write home about. So I like touchdowns, and I'm going with these guys that have the best value here for the Houston Texans. Course, I do have to talk about the Minnesota game a little bit. Here, obviously, the Vikings opening up the season against the New York Giants. Um, Vikings around 1.5 point favorites, I believe. Here, Sam Darnold will make his Vikings regular season debut at quarterback, and it's his job. It is his job with McCarthy getting injured in the preseason. Darnold doesn't have to worry about someone stealing his job. He's the guy here for Minnesota. But not looking at a Minnesota prop here for this one. We are looking at a New York Giants prop. And I will take Daniel Jones to throw an interception at minus 115, which is an excellent price for him to throw a touchdown, or sorry, to throw an interception. Let me get to it here. I have it somewhere. There we go. 6 interceptions last year in 6 games played for him. 2 games he threw multiple interceptions. He was awful in the preseason as well, throwing interceptions. So I like Daniel Jones to pass the ball to a Vikings defensive player sometime during the game. Daniel Jones, 2+ touchdowns and 2+50 passing yards. Wow. Good luck, Isaacs. You're going to need it. Darnold seeing ghosts at MetLife over 1.5 times. Obviously, I'm a Vikings fan, but I like this spot for Darnold. He's coming in here to Minnesota where there are weapons for him. He's the starting guy. When he was the starting guy in New York for the Jets, he didn't have those weapons. He was playing on a disastrous Jets team that hasn't made the playoffs in what, 20 years, is it? And everyone likes him to win the division this year. Not me, but yeah, we'll save that for a different time. But yeah, I like Darnold. I like this is a good spot for him, but we're looking at the Giants quarterback, Daniel Jones, throw an interception. Speaking of guys to throw interceptions, I've got another one, but here I've got 2 props for you. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. That's pretty much all you got to know. For the Bills, their offense runs through Josh Allen. Obviously, being their quarterback, obviously, I know offenses run through all teams' quarterback, but the Bills rely on Josh Allen for everything. Last season, 30.8 rushing yards per game for him, 253.3 passing yards per game. He threw 1.06 interceptions per game, so more than an interception per game player, minus 115 for him to throw an interception. Yes, he's playing the Cardinals, but hey, somebody on the defense can throw a ball, can catch a ball from him. And then I like him to make up for that interception by running in to score a touchdown, minus 105. Allen had 15 rushing touchdowns last year. Let me go up here. 14 of his 19 games played including both playoff games, he had a rushing touchdown. And going back to the interception, he threw one in 14 of his 17 regular games played last year. So 14 to 17 games, he threw an interception, minus 115, a great price for that. So a little bit of positive with Allen, a little bit of negative for me here. This one says IceX. All right, you don't have to bet every game. Now we're skipping to Sunday Night Football. So we're going to skip here. And my play, which shouldn't be too big of a surprise, between the Lions and the LA Rams. I like, let me scroll down here, David Montgomery to score a touchdown. He obviously he has competition with Jamar Gibbs as well. So he's not the standalone running back, but Montgomery had a touchdown in 11 of his 14 games played last year. 2 of the 3 regular season games, he got a touchdown. The Lions love to get these rushing touchdowns. Montgomery 13 last year. Jamar Gibbs had 11. Now Gibbs, there's question marks with his health. He was listed as questionable. So with that in mind, I'm sure he's going to play. But if he is dealing with something, we most likely see Montgomery a little bit more when it comes to the run game. So I'll take Montgomery to get a touchdown, minus 110. Yes, it's not the best price, but if you watch the Lions last year, and as I said in the stats, they love to get their rushing touchdown. So I'll take Montgomery, minus 110, get a rushing touchdown on Sunday Night Football. I'll be looking for pieces for a same game parlay for that game along with Lions money line. All right. And that brings us into my 2-team parlay that I'm giving out on this NFL slate as well. LA Chargers money line, of course, Sunday afternoon game parlayed with the Detroit Lions money line plus 155 for both teams to win on Sunday. I'm seeing a lot of people, or quite a few people, like the Las Vegas Raiders, Gardner Minshew quarterback. I think we're going to see an improved Chargers team this year. I like this Chargers team to be improved from last year. And I think it starts here in week 1. So I'll take the Chargers money line and the Detroit Lions money line for plus 155 here. Isn't it Raiders head coach debut? Yes. Yes, but it's Chargers head coach debut as well. The Gem can't type correctly. No worries. No worries. So those are the plays that I'm giving out on the show. Let me scroll here. Actually, okay. I don't have the right background here. That doesn't work either. Not prepared, but it's okay. All my plays. You can get all my plays on terryedelmanpicks.capprotect.com. The link is in the description below. Those are my prices. So you can get all my plays, all access pass. So 1-day pass, $10. I know Tommy was asking before about having the tip option on the YouTube channel. No tip option, but $10, you get a 1-day pass. It gets you all of my plays. So baseball, CFL, you would get my NFL futures, any NHL futures I put up. You get all my future plays, and you would get all my plays for week 1 of the NFL. So you can get it all for $10, 7-day pass, $30, 14-day pass, $50, 60-day, 30-day, 75, 60-day pass, 125. It's $2 a day for 60-day all access pass. So those are my prices. terryedelmanpicks.capprotect.com to get all of my plays. As I said earlier, please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new, and hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. Hey Terry, welcome back. Is the money the same as hockey, quarter and half units? So all all player props that I gave out, all player props are half unit plays. The total is a full unit play, and the parlay is a half unit play as well. So the only thing that's a full unit that I gave out is the total. Everything else half units, and then I do have some full unit plays on Cap Protect, which you guys can get in the description below. Also, if you guys want to join Cap Protect, I'll give you a free day pass. So you can request a 1-day free pass, and I'll give you the guys a free pass. And if you get that 1-day pass, that gives you access to all my football plays for week 1. So you can get them all for free in a 1-day pass if you haven't already requested one. Thank you. No problem. Best luck to everyone in week 1. And we will see you guys on other shows. When it comes to live shows, probably just going to have the football show once a week. I'm going to try to do more free pick videos. And then, of course, all the NHL season preview shows, which are debuting. So lots of content on the channel. Stay tuned. And we'll see you guys on the next show. Thanks for watching, guys.